Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Senior Circuit. I am Noah Walter, your host here tonight on twitch.tv/4cloak, and you're here with the Street Stocks at Michigan. What a race you're going to be in store for here tonight. We have a great field of drivers, all huge, honestly, great list, and I think it is going to make for some wonderful racing here tonight. We got some great people up in the booth with me here tonight that we're going to bring in just a little bit into qualifying, which is starting right now. So, here at Michigan, the Senior Circuit, you might be wondering if you're a new viewer here, what is it exactly? It is a great group of everyone that comes together and they want clean, concise racing where everyone races each other the way that you're supposed to. No nonsense of trying to kill everybody in turn number one. And that's what really makes this group great. And Sterling Sim Racing is just about the exact same thing. And these two groups are making sure that they come together and they're able to put on a wonderful show for everyone here tonight and allow for some wonderful shows. So, without further ado, we're going to head into qualifying, and I'm going to let these guys run a couple laps before I bring them up into the booth here, and we can have a wonderful time. So, let's head on in to the stream and see how everyone is doing here tonight. We'll follow along with, at first, Scott Whiteman, and see how he is running here tonight at Michigan. You can see here that number 17 Street Stock is running clean here at Michigan. Let's go ahead and bring up your information here. And if you've been a viewer here in the past, you'll see that this overlay looks familiar. Thank you very much for Pierce Graphics for getting this to us here at 4Cloak Media. All right. As these guys are probably currently running in their first lap. This is a longer track, Michigan Speedway. It is a 2-mile D-shaped oval, and in the Street Stocks we're hitting about 140 as your top speed. It is a little bit slower in terms of qualifying time. However, that does make it a very draft-dependent and interesting race to watch. It's like Daytona for these things, but a little bit more interesting to watch as the racing surface is incredibly wide. It is not uncommon to see intense 3-wide action nonstop. Jared Poole, so that's our first time of the day here, is his fastest time, and then there it goes. Everybody coming in with a new fastest lap here, and let's see where Scott finishes up. Looks like Scott is 5th on his first run through. Nice. And you can see that gap there, just how tight it is. That's what's going to make this race so interesting to watch. Everyone is going to be right up against each other's bumpers, and they're going to have to work really hard to get anywhere here at this magnificent racing surface. This is Legacy, Michigan, that we're at here tonight, so that as many drivers as possible can access it and put on a wonderful show. Running into turn number 4 there, and here they go. You're going to see that list change up a little bit more there as drivers are running through. Yep, and you got a little bit of change there. All right, so with Scott's lap done, we're going to go ahead and unmute up in our voice chat, and we can bring up our guys and see how they are doing. Scott, it's an open the booth. Do you read me?
Yes, sir.
All right, Scott, how are you doing? You just currently ran your qualifying time, and you're currently in 7th. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. The car feels pretty stable. We got a pretty stable setup tonight, I think. And again, drafting and pack racing will be big here, so happy about that for sure.
All right, I think that tonight is going to be a wonderful show. How about you tell us a little bit about Sterling Sim Racing here, Scott?
Sure. Sterling Sim Racing, is a group that it was started certainly to promote clean and competitive racing, and also, respectful racing, and also for all skill levels, right from rookie to to the higher level drivers for sure. But really, what we're here for is to make sure we have fun. It's always competitive, but we really like running green flag laps and so on. So. Right now we're sponsoring or helping sponsor a league in iOS. It's an ARCA rookie series. It's a great series. Again, it's there certainly are beginners in the series, but also there's skillful drivers as well. And again, it's the clean, respectful racing that we look for and certainly promote. So again, we welcome everybody, and again, it's that respectful element that we really strive for.
That makes a lot of sense to me, and it really shows with the kind of quality of racing that you guys have been able to achieve. Thank you very much, Scott. I do appreciate it, and good luck tonight.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Bill, do you hear me up in the booth? Uh-oh. Looks like we're getting a little bit of technical difficulties there.
Yeah, I got you, Noah.
Oh, there we go. All right. Good to hear you, Bill. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. That's wonderful to hear. So how about you tell us a little bit about the senior circuit here? I'd love to know more.
Yeah, well, I was started iRacing a little over a year ago with some friends, and we had some great, close, clean racing. But there wasn't a lot of us when we got together and hosted sessions. So I had the idea if I started a Facebook group for seniors or mature drivers that were really more into the clean, close racing than winning at all cost, that we'd all enjoy it better. And we've got like 80 members in our Facebook group now. We do 3 or 4 hosted races a week, a little bit of everything. And it really has worked as well as I had hoped. We're getting a lot of very good, clean, close races. And to me, that's what iRacing is all about.
That makes a lot of sense to me. Now, I can definitely see why this means a lot to you, and I think everyone here is going to be very appreciative of all of that kind of mentality. And if anyone else in our audience is interested, so make sure you go check out that Facebook group. Thank you very much for your time, Bill. I do appreciate it, and good luck here tonight. All right, it looks like we're having just a wee bit of technical difficulties there, so we're going to have to cut that there. But anyway, let's head into our race session now, and we can go ahead and take a look at our qualifying order. All right, so starting in the first rail on the inside lane, that's Mark Dantruma, I believe that's how that is said. My apologies, this is my first time here. Then on his outside in the second position, that's Keith Moore. Then in the second rail on the inside lane, that's Michael Whiting, and then on his outside, that's Clinton Chambers. Fifth position inside lane, that is going to be Kevin Bruner, and then on his outside is Ed Burrell. Seventh place on the fourth row inside lane, that is the number 3 of Jared Poole. On his outside is going to be John Riley. Number 17 of Scott Whiteman finishes up in 9th position with Andrew Cowart on his outside. Then in 11th is going to be Michael Reynolds, and then on his outside is Jason Heiss. 13th, John Saunders, and then on his outside is going to be Edward Anderson. 15th goes to Janelle Cleveland, and on his outside is John Schwartz. 17th, that goes to Steve Kubay, and on his outside is Bill Schwartz. And then finally in 19th position of our qualifying drivers, I believe that is everybody as well. Great group of guys here, that's everyone's qualified together, is Gregory Marks. All right, that is your qualifying order here at Michigan. It is going to be a wonderful race that we're going to have here tonight, and I'm excited to see how everyone is going to be able to do here at this 2-mile super speedway, Daytona or Talladega. Ask for these street stock machines. These cars are going to be on fire. If you're at home and you want to tune in, make sure you go and subscribe here at twitch.tv/4club. Make sure you follow if you don't want to hit a subscription bonus. But if you want to watch any replays, head over to YouTube and search for Cloak Media, and all the replays will be available there if they have expired here on Twitch. All right, this is a singular pace lap here at Michigan. It's a 2-mile circuit, makes sense. So our pace car is going to be pulling off very shortly, and these street stocks are going to go firing into turn number 1. 57 leads the field, and that is a sight we do not see often. Curse of the 57 if you don't know. Hopefully you can do well here tonight. That is Mark. All right, and they approach now into the restart zone. Green flag, and away we go here at Michigan. Bit of popping there we're seeing right there out of Keith, so hopefully he can keep his car together. That's that red car there leading the outside lane. Looks like the outside is way more bunched up than the inside as they head into turn number 1. We see a little bit of 3-wide action there already in only the second row back. There it is. They're spreading out a little bit more. You can see that bottom lane is just a little bit more consistent in terms of speed. However, it does not mean that it is the only line you want to run. Keep an eye out for a lot of these guys trying to swerve all around to try to get as much speed as possible out of that street stock. Draft is not only a super dependent, but your line is too. Heading into turn number 3, these guys are able to keep it all together really well. Only 2 wide racing so far. They're not trying to split it too deep for the moment, but you can see that wideness of the track coming in as they split now. 3 wide now as we come into lap number 2 here at Michigan. Let's go ahead and bring up our order here so you can see what is going on. 3 wide already out front. You can see it, and they're starting to do a little bit more towards the back there. These guys are all keeping it nice and clean. Everyone is holding a steady line. No one wants to spin each other out. Cautions are not fun here at this circuit, especially when you have street stocks and you only have 25 laps. This is a race to win, that is for sure, and you want to do it here at the senior circuit. Heading into turn number 3, they're 3 wide once more out front. We see a car spinning down low. It looks like he's able to hold on to it. It does not cause a caution. That was a close one. You're going to want to keep an eye on that one as these guys now head across the start-finish line area once more as they go 3 wide all out front one more time. That's Mark from the 57 still in the lead. You can see there, that's the number 99 and the number 21 coming around him. You can see that middle lane. He has no draft, no one to help him, and it's slowing him down. He slides up just a little bit, gets into the 21. They slide up the racing surface. That's contact in the wall for the 21. Looks like they're still able to hold on to it. Thankfully, these street stocks are nice and tough. They can take a couple beats and bangs, but you don't want to do it too much. It is going to slow you down as John Riley has the fastest lap. That is your leader in the number 99 machine. We're going to zoom in just a little bit more to get a closer look. As the number 99 of John Riley continues to lead the field, the number 44 of Michael Whitting is coming up nice and close as he has a bit more contact there with Mark as they go in down. That's into the 21. They're loose as they head across the start-finish line. It's going to bring up your top 10 here so you can see all the chaos that's going on right now as they keep swapping positions. These guys are all over each other. Heading into turn number 1 and now into 2. Number 57, Mark, has already lost his lead, and I'm sure he's working real hard to try to get it back, but he has to make sure that he makes friends at this circuit. This is drafting. If you don't have a friend, you're in trouble. You can see just how much more powerful that low line is into the corner as he's able to overtake the number 99 and takes the lead back. Although John Riley there has a friend in the number 21, and so does the 44 with the 60. These guys are going to start bunching up just a little bit more together as they come across the start-finish line once more. 25 laps we have here at the senior circuit. Honestly, this is a race to behold. Make sure you check out the senior circuit on Facebook and on Discord so that you can get your iRacing fix here today with the best kind of racing there is out there. Nice, clean, and together. You can see this gaggle of cars now as they head down the backstretch here. This is a completely flat backstretch. There is no banking to it at all, and if there is, I think it's only like 1 or 2 degrees. So now as they head into turn number 3, that large increase in banking, that outside lane slows down a lot more. They have to go up a lot higher elevation and then back down. So that run down is what going to give them the run, and if they have the draft, is going to help them. So that's the kind of decision you have to make. Do you take the consistency and the constant speed of the bottom, or do you take the more risky but the big runs of the top as they go 3 wide once more, heading into turn number 1? They are still able to do this. Nice wide track allows for that kind of racing, and it's fantastic to see, especially with guys who all respect each other and want to race nice and clean. You can see how close that gap is altogether. Your top 3 all within 0.1 of a second of each other here until they head down the backstretch when they space out just that little bit more. But you'll see that once again as we head into turn number 3. They're all right up on top of each other as they head in there. You can see that number 13 of Andrew Cower is having a lot of troubles in that very high lane. It is not helping him at all when it comes to keeping position. However, those runs he gets do keep him in contention. Who can be the most consistent? That's the name of the game that we're going to be seeing here at Michigan. Here we go into, oh my goodness, that was almost 4 wide we just had there going into turn number 1, now into turn number 2. We can see these guys all trying to space each other out just a little bit, and there's contact there as they go up the wall. That's the number 99 taken out And oh my goodness, a huge wreck there. Give me one moment. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that in closer context. Oh my god, as they continue to wreck going down the backstretch. That is a majority of the field there, of this 20-car field, all involved. Wow. Give me one moment. We're going to take a look at that once more. All right, I have your best shot you're going to get here. And let's go ahead and take a look at how that is looking. All right, so you can follow along right now with that black car up on top and the one in the middle there. Let's go ahead and see what happens. They come down. It looks like Ed Brown squeezes them up a little bit, and then they come up and they go right into the wall. You can see how all that works right there. And then they come down and just get involved with a whole bunch of other drivers, which causes more damage to everybody. That takes out the 44. You can see there, and a whole bunch of guys swerve down low. So they go 4 wide down there, including the 45, who just swerves all the way to the bottom, try to miss it. See how close that 10 was, too. Apologies, I have to keep using the numbers. I do not know all these names quite yet. It's my first time broadcasting for this group. But as you can see right there, that is the kind of accidents you want to avoid here at Michigan. That was close. But a lot of guys pitting in for the moment. You can take a look at that. Let's go and bring up your pit board. See just how many guys are in the pits at the moment. You can see that's a lot there. So all these guys currently in the pits, that is going to be putting them in a not ideal position as they have to work their way back up towards a higher position now. However, with the majority of the field in the pits, I don't think it's going to be making too much of a difference. Heading up now to the front of the field, you can see that this is Keith Moore currently leading the field with Kevin Bruner right behind him. That number 60 Folgers is looking real good on track. I'm sure that a lot of these guys, you know I've currently seen them so far, not a whole ton of running custom paints, but those that are always have fantastic paints on. Hopefully we can encourage that just a little bit more, getting a couple fresh paints in the field. But that Folgers Chevrolet is looking fantastic. Heading over to the 68 behind him, you can see it's just a stock iRacing paint. However, it does look pretty good. That's a nice color scheme he's got there. John Saunders there in a classic number 88 with stripes. Junior Motorsports is his sponsor. Nice. See the 45 there of Michael Reynolds. Great color he's got there. And there's currently the 71 of Bill Schwartz. Can't say that last name. My apologies. And his Pontiac Firebird for Red Bull. That's a new one. I've not seen that combination before. However, a Pontiac Firebird, that's an interesting choice. Firebirds are a great car, so clearly someone in this field has great taste. Number 3 of Gerald Poole there, running a awesome paint scheme as well. All right, lights on the pace car are off as we head down the backstretch now. This is going to be an interesting battle toward the end. We only have about 16 laps to go, and when we go green, it is going to be 15. All right. $15 to go here at Michigan. Already through 10. Honestly, that's not too bad. When you have a constant Daytona-esque battle, that is a tough car to control. I'm not surprised that an accident would happen, especially one leaving turn number 2. You can see that a lot in real NASCAR and when the Cup cars are around here for other leagues. You'll see that all the cars just slide right up to the wall, including the street stocks, so it is a difficult thing to control, that is for sure. All right, the pace car is off here at Michigan as the pace car heads down the pit road. My apologies, not the backstretch. We head into the front and green flag, and away we go here at Michigan one more time as the 60 takes off to a fantastic lead. That's Keith Moyer on the move. He is not going to let anyone try to take that position away from him. John Saunders in the 88, though, is not letting him go away too easily. That 88 machine is nice and on that bumper, but he slides up now. I think he's trying to get a little bit better of an exit right now off of turn number 2 as they're 3 wide, 2 rows back. You can see there as they leave turn number 2, they're able to hold on to it nice and steadily there. You head down the backstretch there. It looks like they're almost about to shoot 4 wide. I mean, at least this track can handle it, but that is still a risky maneuver as they go now into turn number 3. You can see your leaders just how big that gap is between 1, 2, and then 3. Bring up your top 10 board here as we enter in lap number 12 here of 25 with the senior circuit, and this time brought to you by Sterling Sim Racing. As we head into turn number 1, you can see now that the gap that has gone from 2 to 3 has shrunk a lot. That was over a second gap that we saw right before we entered into the corner. It is now shrunk to only 0.6. That Kevin Bruner is on the move. He is not going to let them run away with this thing. I'm sure that the draft he's getting from Michael Reynolds is helping as well. Andrew Cowart currently hoping to make some moves as well. Heading into 3, they're 3 wide once more. Up on top, that is a position that is rough to be in, as you currently don't want to hit the wall, but you also don't know what's going to happen to that middle car, especially if you have right there where that middle line is getting under a lot of fire from the bottom lane. They shrink down and now as they head into turn number 1 once again. Here they go. That 3 wide battle right there is now coming into 5 cars. These guys are all going to have to try really hard not to get involved with each other just a bit too much. Let's go ahead and zoom in just a little bit more so we can get a bit better view of the action here at Michigan. 13 of Andrew Cowart currently on the outside lane. He's not trying to let anyone by a bit too much, but that number 11 is currently on the move. Looks like that 11 that we're seeing there is the 75 of Jason Threesen. So if you're seeing that on your board, that is a Trading Paints mix-up. It looks like he has a custom number paint. Another person that's trying to get on the move for that moment we see there is that number 58. Again, not really sure who that is anymore. As the 57, your original pole sitter, that's Mark Chuma, that is currently trying to catch up as best as he can after he was involved there with that incident that we saw on lap number 8. Here's Michael Whitting in the number 44 as he's trying to catch back up for the moment as he looks like he's going to try to peek down, but there it is. That's a big close of the door there from the 45. 44 goes outside as they go 3 wide now. Everyone coming in for pit stops. It looks like they're not going to be able to make it on fuel, so anyone that did pit under caution, which we saw was a majority of the field, is going to be in the better position. Looks like those guys were banking on a caution that did not quite happen. So as we jump back up towards the front of your field there, that's the number 75 out to the lead. Jason Threesen in that blue number 11, which is supposed to be a 75, is currently under a lot of pressure there from the 13. And so see just how much they're bumping each other. That is dangerous with how close they are together. The 58, that's Clinton Chambers. He is currently running in 16th position, it looks like, with him being just about a lap down, but not quite. That is putting him in an interesting spot where he has to fight to keep himself on the lead lap. As we head now back into turn number 1, Andrew Cowart continues to lead as he shoots down on the inside, hoping to get by. Bit of a slide up there in the Clinton. It looks like he's still going to get through, and that's going to be putting Clinton a lap down. Number 19 there of Steve Cubet, currently trying to put as much pressure as he can on the 58 to help him get that draft, as the number 57 comes up to draft behind as well. The 57, who started on pole position, is going to do anything he can to try to get back into the lead. Dives down there into turn number 3. Looks like he's going to hold that bottom lane, but it's not quite enough. That's something in the Street Stocks you got to keep mindful of. Oh, and then he comes down to slam the door. Steve Cubé is not going to let him by just that easily. Your top 3 right there, all riding in that bottom lane, hoping to hug that bottom and get themselves across the line first. That is given a big chance there to the number 44 of Michael Whitting to come back up and be in more contention there, as he's now in 3rd, even though he was just way further down the field not too long ago. As we zoom out here, you can see your top 4 there with Clinton there. All very separated from the rest of the field. Currently, the first person up as far is Scott Whiteman, currently running by himself, leaving turn number 4. So John is behind him there in the actual number 11 in 6th. Hopping back up to the front, though, you see they're almost about to shoot it 3 wide into turn number 2. Once again, as they go 3 wide there, that's Clinton trying to get himself unlapped as Jason Threesen comes into the pit lane. As they go 3 wide now, that is your leaders. That's the 3, the 19, and the 13. Looks like Jared Poole there in the 3 just got himself a lap down there, as the 58 is also trying to be in contention as well. The 48 and the 57 currently about to go side by side, as they now are going to go 2 rows, 3 wide across the line. There is not too much of this race left to go here at Michigan with the senior circuit, brought to you by Sterling Sim Racing for this fantastic race we're seeing. I mean, these guys are all up with each other, and they're running 3 wide nonstop there, as there's a bump there that we just saw from the 58 as he almost slid, as the 19 almost just slid down into Andrew Cowart there in the 13. Neck and neck now as they head down the backstretch. These guys are on top of each other. They're not going to let up. 57 now hoping to ride that middle lane, as the 44 is on the bottom blocking it. You can see just how close they are. A bit of contact there. Now as they head into there, Jared Poole slides up just barely, almost about to chop off the nose of Gerald Poole. That was close. As they head 3 wide now across the start-finish line once more. 7 to go here at Michigan. Looks like Jeff Gold is going to want to try to make a move. He's either going to have to hope that it sticks 3 wide and get himself unlapped, or he's going to hope to shoot it 4 wide there. As the number 71 now merges onto track, that is going to change things up as Steve Cubé leads for the moment. I can't say more than that. As they shoot 3 wide, the number 71 is going to make things interesting, as your leaders have to shoot it through the middle there as they get by the 71. The 71 did not move. Bill stayed right in the way there, making things difficult for these guys. They have to get around him. He's not going to let him get them by just that easily as he squeezes into him. That's Bill getting into the 13 of Andrew Cowart as they slide through the infield. Bill across the bit of a winner circle there. That was ugly. Only 5 to go, and that is Andrew Cowart there. And the number 13, who was running up front, moved down into 8th. Unfortunate. As the number 57, your pole sitter, comes back to the lead, is now Steve Cubé is going to move down to the inside and hope to take over on him. He's not going to let him get it by easy. No caution came out. They're under iRacing control, and because they stopped in the grass and not on the racing surface, we're green. Leaving turn 4, Steve Cubé there in the number 19 leads the field. I believe that's supposed to be a Mustang symbol on the front, a little bit small from this perspective. And here he goes, just edges out there for the lead as the number 57 takes over past the start-finish line. That is going to be the finish that we're hoping to see here at Michigan. We're going to have to watch to make sure that we get that kind of spectacular show. Number 58 there of Clinton Chambers looks like he's having a bit of trouble keeping up now. He was able to stay with him the entire time, but it looks like the 57 and the 19 are going to be duking it out for 1-2, and they're going to hope to keep it that way. Only person that can thwart them right now is Michael Whitting, if there's no yellow here, as we're about to go with 3 to go here at Michigan as they leave turn 4. What a race we're seeing. The 57 on the outside. Looks like he's trying to pull a little bit of a side draft there as he moves down the 3, looking down as well. That's Gerald trying to make a move, but he's not able to do it as the 44 now splits it 3 wide. This is rather chaotic out front. 3 to go here at Michigan. They shoot it round once more, hoping to make a move. Heading down the backstretch, they're going to be approaching some more lapped cars, and if they slow down, that's going to make this race even more difficult. Only cars now on the lead lap are 1 through 8, and you can see that Cowart is already 43 seconds back after that incident. That's going to make things hard. As Dantuma and Kubey currently race one more time, there's not too much of this race left to go. 2 to go here at Michigan. This is the time. If a caution's going to come out, it needs to come out. There's 3 green-white checkered attempts. They got the time to do it. The question is will they? Heading into turn number 3, Dantuma continues to lead as the number 19 is struggling to keep up until the corner where he starts sliding way more into the lead. But that is what is going to make it difficult as they go into 4. That run that Dantuma is going to get is going to absolutely match Kubey, if not exceed, and that is going to be what the race to the line is. As now Whitting makes it 3 wide. These are your 1, 2, 3. The only person that can make this interesting is Scott Whiteman. They're currently in 4th. It's the final lap. White flag, no caution is going to come out. Anything goes at this point. Whitting currently leads in that 44. He's going to try to do anything he can to block and keep it, but it is going to be hard as they almost collide exiting 2 down the backstretch. That's Kubey. A little bit of momentum loss. That puts Dantuma out to the lead. He's got it by just under a 1/10 of a second now as they're all even heading into 3. That's going to put Dantuma at a very big disadvantage running in that high lane. Kubey riding the bottom has got the lead for the moment. We're going to zoom out here so we can get a good finish across the start-finish line. Here we go. Whitting continues to lead, and it's... Oh, that's close, but it's Whitting. He just barely wins there in that number 44 against Dantuma and Kubey. What a finish we just saw in your last 5 laps. Fantastic show. Fantastic show. What a move there that we just saw out of Michael Whitting, able to catch himself not only back up to the lead cars, but able to split it multiple times so that he can get by Dantuma and Kubey. What a move. Phenomenal. What a finish. Still, that is impressive. I hope that he does some burnouts here, as he absolutely deserves that. After a shocking finish, super close. What a wonderful show. There's not too much more I can say about it. That was just so impressive. Able to catch himself back up. Lucky pit stop he took early on. He did not want to, bank on a caution. He played it safe, and it looked like it played out for him more than just well. He won by less than a 1/10 of a second. And he does not do burnouts, unfortunate. Wow. What a race if I've ever seen one. I mean, street stocks here at Michigan, but they're able to put on a fantastic show here with the senior circuit. There's races like this almost every single day of the week. Make sure you check them out over on their Facebook page. If you just search up Senior Circuit, and make sure you check out Sterling Sim Racing as well. What a finish we just saw there by Michael Whitting, as we're going to run through your finishing order here before we leave here tonight. All right. So here is your post-race. Let's go ahead and take a look. Michael Whitting wins a fantastic race we just saw there by .032. Man, how close. He only led 1 lap, but clearly it was the most important lap to lead. Up 2. Honestly, that's great for him. Starting 3rd and just being able to finish like that. What a show. Mark Dentuma finishes in second in the 57. I swear the 57 will almost never win, no matter what it is. Curse of the 57, if you know. 7 laps led, though. Damn, what a great show out of him, too. Starting on pole position, he put a fantastic race in here tonight. And now up into third, we go into Steve Cube, who also put on a wonderful show, leading 4 laps and having a constant battle there with the 57. Scott Whiteman finishes 4th in the number 17. John Schwartz finishes 5th. Jason Heiss finishes 6th. Gregory Max finishes 7th. Clinton Chambers finishes 8th. Kevin DeBurner in 9th. Michael Grenolds finishes 10th. Keith Moyer finishes 11th. John Riley in 12th. Anthony Cowart finishes 14th. And your 13th went to Gerald Poole. I don't know why that one got cut for some reason. Oh, it's just backwards. Okay, that's weird. Anyway. 15 goes to John Saunders and the 88. Man, he had a wonderful run until I believe he had to go in for a late pit stop. The 54 of Janelle Cleveland finishes in 16th. Bill Schumertz finishes in 17th. Edward Anderson finishes in 18th, and Jason Thiessen finishes 19th. Honestly, great show that we just saw there, not only at the end, but throughout the entire time. These guys are able to hold it together really well. Only one caution that we saw, and it was out of a pinch leaving two, which is the most difficult spot out of this entire track. Honestly, great job out of everyone that we've just seen here. So, that's been your show here tonight. We're going to see if Scott Whiteman here is available so we can get a little bit more of a discussion here. Oh, it looks like Bill is here as well. Perfect. We can discuss with them just a little bit before we head out here tonight here on twitch.tv/ForkClub.
It's a good question. He might. Hey, Noah.
Scott, Bill, how's it going? You guys just ran a wonderful race here tonight. How are you doing?
Doing good.
We saw a wonderful finish there between the 44, the 57, and the 19. Those guys ran a great race. How are you guys feeling about their finish?
I was a little bit behind them, but I could see them ahead of me, and it looked like they certainly were neck and neck, and looked like a lot of clean racing from where I was sitting for sure.
Absolutely. We saw a fantastic show here tonight. Everyone was able to stay really well together and put on a wonderful event for everybody at home to go ahead and see. So I think that is a great message to show. I mean, only a single caution, and that was on the most difficult part of the circuit leaving, too.
Yeah, for sure. And, anytime you can get through, even a 25 lapper with one caution at Michigan where there's pack racing, I think that's saying something for what Bill's group certainly races like, and certainly I'm happy to see that, from our perspective as well.
Absolutely. Well, that's been a great show that we've seen here tonight. Is there any closing thoughts you guys want to put in before I put in mine?
Well, I'd just like to thank Scott for hosting the session and for the sponsorship that we're getting from Sterling Sim Racers, and I think the broadcast is really going to come out great. I can't wait to go back and watch it myself. And I just want to thank all the racers out there who were trying to race extra clean and close today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bill. I do appreciate that. Scott, do you have any last final messages?
Same thing. Really excited about continuing racing, and certainly in the senior circuit. Again, it seems like a great concept. We can race a variety of cars, and again, also all skill sets are welcome. And I think tonight's a good indication that racing clean is more important maybe than the checkered flag, at all costs. And I think that's great.
Especially when you get fantastic finishes like that. All top three within a second of each other, within a tenth of a second of each other. I think that definitely shows what clean racing can lead to.
For sure. And again, thanks Noah again for broadcasting for us tonight. Again, also all your help. I know you've helped Sterling Sim along quite a bit, and certainly look to the future.
All right, Scott. Well, thank you very much for your time. I'll head back in just a little bit. I'm going to give our closing thoughts.
Thank you.
All right, that was Scott Whiteman and Bill there, the leader of this league, and Scott, who is the sponsor here for Sterling Sim Racing, which you can check out over on Facebook as well. Scott puts on a bunch of fantastic things, so we're definitely gonna have to give a huge thank you to him as he is able to put on fantastic stuff like this. And he's right, I've been here to help out with Sterling Sim along the rest of the way. If you head out for if you check out Homebrew Racing, I believe the old Sterling Sim stuff is available over there. I believe Intensity Broadcasting iOS Broadcasting has the stuff for the current iOS Sterling Sim ARCA series. Make sure you go ahead and check them out there so you can see their wonderful races, and hopefully you can do a little bit more in the future here, as the senior circuit clearly has some fantastic guys. I just need to practice their names a lot more. All right, well, thank you very much, everyone that has come out here tonight. It's been fantastic to see all you guys here, and well, that's going to be it from me here today. I am Noah Walter here on twitch.tv/4o'clock, and I'll be go ahead and streaming tomorrow here for CASCAR, and then check out Tuesday for the Tuesday Night Truck League. I also do a whole bunch of other things, including poster design and website design, so you can go ahead and give those a check out at www.4cloak.net. Thank you guys very much for being here, and I'll see y'all next time.